Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy, and I'm here to read you another story. Another story about the 4th of July. There's only a day or so left, and we want to know what everybody else is doing on the 4th of July so we can have a good time on the 4th of July. And somebody's going to help us today because this book is called The 4th of July Picnic. The 4th of July Picnic. This is a story about Duck and Frog. They're really, really good friends, and their family's having a big picnic, and they start thinking about the people who don't go to a picnic, and they do something really special, and we need to get inside this book and find out what Duck and Frog are up to. Are you ready to get inside this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up, because here we go.
The 4th of July Picnic. Written by Sonica Ellis, illustrated by Nejla Shojaie. Croker's Creek was home to a lot of critters. In this lush and beautiful community, there were turtles, swans, and dragonflies. But this is a story about Duck and Frog. Ooh, we're going to hear a story about Duck and Frog. Duck and Frog had been best friends since they were small. They did everything together. You never found one without the other. Oh, it's great to have a best friend. It was the day before the 4th of July picnic, and Duck and Frog were playing in Duck's room. Duck, Frog said, I want to do something nice for our neighbor, Mr. Turtellini. I don't think it's right for him to be all alone on the holiday. Frog continued, Do you have any ideas of what we can do? I'm not sure, said Duck. Perhaps we could save him a plate from tomorrow's picnic, croak, Frog croaked. The two were so engrossed in their planning that they didn't see Duck's mom standing at the doorway. Good idea, said Duck. But what if we just invited him to the picnic instead? Would your mom and dad be okay with that? Croak, Frog asked. Just then Duck's mom entered the room. I think that's a brilliant idea. We have more food than we could possibly eat, she said. I just love how you both look out for others. Duck's mom hugged them close. I hope you never change. Wow, Duck and Frog want to invite their neighbor to the picnic. So off they went to Mr. Turtellini's house to invite him to the picnic. But Duck and Frog soon discovered that Mr. Turtellini wasn't home. Just as they were about to leave, they saw Herman the snail. Hello, Mr. Herman, said Frog. Do you know where Mr. Turtellini is? We don't want him to be alone for the holiday, so we want to invite him to the picnic tomorrow, Duck added. Oh, I saw him walking down the road not too long ago, replied Mr. Herman. Thank you, Frog said. Just then, Duck had an idea. Mr. Herman, would you and Mrs. Herman like to come to our 4th of July picnic tomorrow as well? Asked Duck. Why, we'd love to, Mr. Herman replied. Great, shouted Duck and Frog. We will see you both at noon. Then off they went down the road in search of Mr. Turtellini. Next they saw Sharon Heron. Hello, Mrs. Heron. Have you seen Mr. Turtellini? Asked Frog. We are trying to find him so we can invite him to our 4th of July picnic tomorrow, said Duck. Oh, I have not seen him. I saw him not too long ago, said Mrs. Sherman, pointing right up that hill. Duck, whispered Frog, perhaps you could invite Mrs. Sharon to the picnic too. She and her son could use some company. What do you think? Frog, I think you're right, said Duck. Mrs. Sharon, would you and your son like to come to the picnic as well? Oh, how very kind of you, said Mrs. Sharon. Baron and I will be there. Great, replied Duck and Frog. We will see you at noon. Wow, they're inviting so many people to the picnic. And so it went. Duck and Frog invited everyone they saw to the picnic until they found Mr. Turtellini at last, sitting on a stump overlooking the pond. There he is. They finally found him. Hello, said Mr. Turtellini. I heard you two were looking for me, and I would love to come to your 4th of July picnic. It's so kind of you to invite me. Thank you. Great, said Duck and Frog. "We'll see you at noon." And with that, they hurried home to share the news with their parents. The next morning, Duck and Frog woke up early to help their parents peel potatoes, mince onions, squeeze lemons, roast nuts, and chop carrots. Together, they made sandwiches for the picnic. Wow, they're doing a lot of work. By the time they had finished and changed their clothes, all the critters had started to gather. They each brought a little something for Duck and Frog. Everyone ate and told jokes and stories. What a great picnic! And in the evening, as they watched the fireworks, they all thanked Duck and Frog for being so kind. The end.
Wow! That had to be the best picnic ever! Did you see what Duck and Frog did? They knew that their family was going to have a picnic, and they started to think about people who didn't get to go to a picnic, like their neighbor, Mr. Turtellini. They wanted to make sure that he was able to go to a picnic, so they went to invite him. And on the way, they kept running into other people that needed a place to go, and they invited them to the picnic. And pretty soon, the whole neighborhood came to the picnic, and it was the best 4th of July picnic ever. And you know why? Because they shared it. They shared it with their friends. That is so special. I like Duck and Frog. I like what good friends they are, and I like how they care about the people in their neighborhood. We all need to do that. If you know somebody that's a little lonely, that doesn't have any place to go on the 4th of July or another holiday, you can ask your mom and dad. Maybe they could come over to your house. Maybe they could come to your picnic. You don't want anybody to be sad and alone. You want to share your happiness. Share these special days. Whatever special day it is, you can share it with people around you. You can share your love. You can share your happiness. And you can be a good friend and a good neighbor. I think that would be a great thing to do. So you need to think about that tomorrow. Think about the people in your neighborhood. Talk to your mom and dad. See if there's anybody that you can invite over for a special, special day. And whatever you do on that day, show mom and dad how helpful you can be too. How can you do that? Obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy, because I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye!
Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.